What? Oh my god, I haven't been. I wasn't recording. Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. I'm on my way to the psychiatrist. I don't know what type of appointment this is. I forgot. I did like a 15-minute intake yesterday, so I don't know if this is like an assessment. I'm confused. I don't know. I'm just trying to see if I have CPTSD, CPTSD, and ADHD. So let's go get checked out. Let's go talk to the lady. I'm hot. Let's go. Girl. All right, so I just got back from the psychiatrist. Guess who has CPTSD? Hey, everybody knew that. She said, first of all, we can't even think about ADHD. We need to get basically the PTSD symptoms down before we can even consider looking at ADHD. So that's gonna be fun. I have to be transferred to a trauma specialist. So they're gonna get in contact with me. She said she wants to start with weekly therapy sessions, or like sessions visiting them. I don't know. And what else? Yeah, when I got in there, she was like, your scores are very high. And I was like, is that a good thing? She's like, no. And then she didn't say CPTSD. That's what I went in there and wanted to ask about. And so when we were talking about that, and she was talking about transferring me to a specialist, I was like, so do you think it's CPTSD? And she, I kid you not, she literally goes, yeah. Why would you say that? That's crazy. That's crazy. Why would you say that? So I wanted to see if I had ADHD before I started school, so that way, you know, I could have a fighting chance. But that's gonna have to wait. We have bigger fish to fry apparently. So, but at least maybe this could get the nightmare situated. Coco. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna put this right here because I'm embarrassed. But I don't really understand what this is, honestly. It's like a health and mental clinic. I don't know, like shit. It's like shaking because I'm so anxious. It's something. They're gonna help me out with my trauma, essentially. But I'm really nervous. I've been waking up periodically through the night because I just have so much anxiety. I couldn't get out of bed until like 10 minutes before I had to be here. Someone parked right next to me, of course. So that made me super fucking anxious. I'm anxious now. It's not open yet. Yeah. I'll let you know how it goes. Whew. Okay, this was a really long day. I'm so exhausted emotionally. This is my last run of the day. And I'm not going anywhere else. Don't ask me to go nowhere. Don't ask me to do nothing. But anyways, I'm going to give you a quick summary so I could go pick up my meds. So I get there and hold on. I got there, filled out a bunch of paperwork for a very long time. Spoke to a nurse. Why do you think you're here? Or like, why are you here? I was like, I had a lot of trauma. I believe I have CPTSD. Answered 1,000 more questions there. Sat in the waiting room. Then they sent me to the therapist. She did a whole questionnaire of everything. From the trauma itself, how it manifests physically, the symptoms, the paranoia, the nightmares, the everything, my social life, my family life, how religion, basically, yeah, they asked me questions about everything and anything. And also she was like, I don't think you need it, but just in case, we're gonna make a safety plan. And so it was, how do I know when my mental health is declining again, and who can I reach out to, and what can I do in the early stages to basically stop it or like redirect it. And then I had to mark 2 like crisis lines that I was comfortable having in my phone, so like their phone numbers, if it ever gets to that point where I'm like at the edge of a bridge. What else? After that, they're like, I also had to take a piss test. So, after that, they sent me home. Either you go have lunch and then come back at 1. So I went back at 1. I spoke to my psychiatrist, and basically I have like a team of like people there. So I'm going to have a therapy, I have my psychiatrist, and I have a nurse. But I think that's more of like substance abuse, which I don't do. So, and then I spoke to my psychiatrist, and I kind of went over like the same things again. And it's she mostly wanted to talk about like my nightmares, how I'm so anxious and about my surroundings, and so like a lot of paranoia where like it makes my body tense up to the point where like I have body aches, I can't focus, things like that. So yeah, and like how the events that happened to me trigger the CPTSD. So we're gonna try out new meds. I've never been on this medication before. Also, she's giving me something for my insomnia because I have horrible insomnia. If I don't take a melatonin and a sleep aid, I don't sleep. I'll sleep for maybe 3 hours max, which is what I told her about. And then when I talk about the situation too much, which is what I've been doing these past 2 days, the nightmares come back. So she said one of these things is gonna help me for my sleep, and she said it should help with the nightmares. So I'm excited about that. Sign me up. And another medication. So that should help with the symptoms of PTSD. So I don't know how I feel. I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of nervous, but I guess the nervous is probably why I need it. I'm going to document everything and go back, and I have therapy session, and I have an appointment with the psychiatrist to see how everything's going with the medication. So I'll just be documenting and seeing how that goes, and probably documenting on here, might as well, and my little mental health journey. So let's go pick up my meds. Hello. It is day 2 of taking Lexapro and like this sleep aid thing that they prescribed me to help with my insomnia. Night 1 didn't work for shit. I was up till 3:30, woke up at 8. Right? Yeah, I think I have it in my notes. Woke up at 8. Wasn't too happy with that, because the whole reason why I took it at night was because they said that the Lexapro is gonna make me super drowsy and groggy, and I would have the sleep aid as well. So I was like, okay, I should be knocked out. Girl, no, I wasn't, and that pissed me off really bad. The first day, as far as symptoms, I was just kind of sweaty and nauseous. I was very nauseous in the morning especially, and then a little bit when I was at work. Other than that, I felt normal, and I thinking that you're really not supposed to feel anything until like 2 to 3 weeks, I believe. Today so far, normal, a little bit nauseous. I did sleep last night, and I'm really happy about that, but I also drank like a sleepy tea. But how strong can the Trader Joe's sleepy tea really be? So maybe maybe it takes some time to like kick in. So I kind of want to not take the sleepy tea tonight since I don't work tomorrow. But also, if I don't sleep, I'm going to be really upset. So I'm kind of stuck on that. I also have to get blood work done. There is a bunch of stuff I need to do, actually. I'm going to worry about that tomorrow. What else? Yeah, so that's it. We're just on day 2, which nothing crazy is supposed to be happening. I did find out that my sleep aid, because I take 2 melatonins and 2 sleep aids each night to sleep. Obviously, like I said, I have really bad anxiety. Obviously, I have really bad insomnia. So, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, when I was like getting evaluated and all that stuff, the nurse had asked to like see the type of sleep aid that I use. So I looked up on Google, and essentially I take 2 Benadryls every night. And that kind of freaks me out because, hello, don't people get really addicted to Benadryl? That's kind of scary to me. Also, how have I not seen the Hat Man at this point? Emerald said it's because I don't owe him money, so I should be fine. So I guess when you're pure of heart, you don't owe that Hat Man money. I don't know. But yeah, that's day 2. I'm about to be off to work in a little bit. I should redo my hair. Yeah, today's gonna be a long day, but that means more money. Yeah, so okay, bye. So today was my first therapy session with my new therapist. Wait, I'm like way down here. Okay, one more time from the top. Today was my first therapy session with my new therapist, and we went over some goals, mental health goals, financial goals, just goals in general. And we started talking a little bit and getting into some of that stuff. So I think it went well. One of the things that she told me was to like take a moment for myself before I go back inside. And yeah, that's kind of hard. I took 1 minute and I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. Like, let's get the day going. I have things to do. And I looked down and it was only 1 minute into the song because I timed it with the song. Wow. That's eye-opening. So I was like, you know what? Let me just talk to my camera. And since I am going to be making like a little mental health type of thing video. Yeah, this is very strange. Like slowing down and taking a moment for myself. I'm very much not used to it. What else? I think today is like day 4 of Lexapro. 4? Yeah, I think day 4. Nothing physical. Wait, what? Nothing mentally has really changed. I just woke up with anxiety this morning, and I cried the other day. So, like 2 days ago. So, but physically, I am nauseous. I am so nauseous. I'll get like a gag attack, and it'll be like 3-4 really hard gags in a row. Mostly in the morning, but sometimes in the like evening or like throughout the day. But yeah, so far that's it. Jesus, you don't know what I went through just to try to put this freaking phone holder on my windshield. That was a lot. Anyways, I just got out of an interview. I don't think I did well. I feel like I will still get it, but not my best work, honestly. I keep like thinking about the answers, and I'm not too crazy happy about with how I answered everything, and I felt like I kept stumbling over my words, which one thing the freaking kitchen has gotten me used to is just cussing and talking casually, and I felt like I lost all my business. And my good vernacular, honestly. It's I keep thinking about it. Help. It's really not that serious, but I feel like my anxiety is just like grabbing onto something to be anxious about so that I can like not have hope or not be happy, or I don't freaking know. I'm gonna talk about that with the lady right now. I'm here at the therapist. I'm early, so I'm just gonna go in and wait for them to call me, or hopefully she's done early. I only ate breakfast too. I haven't ate. I did so many things today, actually. It's like the third thing I've done today. I got a pap smear, which actually wasn't as horrifying and as traumatizing as I remember. But I think because I also got one too young. So that's also something to talk about here. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to the lady, and then I need to go home and eat something, and then we'll go from there. But I'm not gonna have peace with this interview situation until they call me. So everybody cross their fingers for me. Let's hope it goes well. Whew, okay, so I went to therapy this morning and we did like a little activity. I would say one of, or if not the biggest thing that I struggle with is being kind to myself. Like, if you look at this chart, which is, she was asking me different questions, and it's basically out of 1 out of 100. If you look at my social, I feel like it's very positive. I feel like I've established good friendships, good like boundaries, a good foundation for my relationships. Even when I have like a depressive episode and I start to isolate, I feel like we've established like a good foundation for that. But when it came to like personal, like emotional, is really low because I'm like so horrible to myself. Sad but true. So that's one of my main goals for therapy and what we're trying to work on right now. And also how do I say this? Like if something bad happens, it's not just that one singular thing. It's everything. One bad thing happens and my whole world is crumbling, and bad things don't stop happening, and just like it becomes this vicious cycle. I feel like I've mentioned that before, but so we wrote up my little plan, and so for goals is basically like being kinder to myself, eating better, keeping up with movement. Unfortunately, exercising does help with my mental health, so I haven't gone on my walks lately, but I need to do that. But I need to get an oil change first, so I'll do that after I get my oil change. But I've been doing like the 5-minute home workouts, 5, 10, 15-minute home workouts. I also stopped doing that for like 2 weeks, but I need to start doing that, because I told her movement is so hard for me, because when I get into like a depressive episode, I just start bed rotting, and at my worst and real concerning, it's just me laying down looking at my ceiling. I haven't done that in like years, so we're doing good, but I have a real huge problem with just bed rotting. So I'm trying to force myself to do a little more movement, and essentially positive affirmations and being kinder to myself. So I do have homework is to build a routine, something that can make my morning, my afternoon, and my night better. So I think for my mornings, I'm gonna go with writing down a positive affirmation that I will say to myself every morning. Actually, I'm gonna write that down right now. Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna use this one. I feel bad because I don't remember who gifted me this, but I'm gonna use this one. Okay. For a morning affirmation, I'm gonna write down morning. I need something that's going to help me throughout the day. My biggest things are not feeling in control. I don't know what the future holds. What ifs will be my downfall. I will what if myself to death. So maybe something about like, it's okay not to be in control, or I'm not in control, and that's okay. That sounds okay. Well, that'll be one, and then I can choose. I'm not in control, and that's okay. I also have my tattoo, like everything goes. Yeah, we'll do that. Everything goes. That's another one. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, I'll put it's gonna be okay. Something like short and sweet. It's going to be okay. All right, just a few for the morning. And then something for my afternoon. I think, okay, I need something realistic, especially since I'm changing jobs. So my afternoons are gonna be different, and I'm not gonna be as free as I am in the afternoon. I'm gonna be at work. What can I do midday? Maybe I could do like a minute of breathing exercises, like deep breathing. Oh, like a minute of deep breathing. So it could be grounding. You know what? That's what, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So afternoon, we'll put 1 minute deep breathing. Okay, maybe mornings could be affirmations, and afternoon can be like self-soothing or like grounding techniques. I need to look up different stuff. I'll look up different grounding techniques, but right now I feel like 1 minute of deep breathing is doable, and I'll come back to that. And then for night, what should I do for night? To unwind, I already drink sleepy tea, so maybe it could be like something I could do while I'm drinking tea. Okay, it's my drinking tea, and should I do like a stretch? Okay, I could drink my tea and then do 1 minute of stretches before I get into the bed. That sounds reasonable. Okay, so drink tea and then 1 minute stretch. And that way I can build up from there. So if I wanted to go to 5, 10, 15, half an hour, it's more realistic for me to start my routine at 1 minute. So 1 minute stretch. Yeah. Okay. I feel like these are doable. Ooh, my therapist can be so proud of me.